Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone's staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. We're finishing up the Crawl Boys tonight, so we've pretty much got everything bar basing done on most of the models. I've just got my three little grots here, the two stab grots and the pot grot, and the two war bosses to finish up. And we have 2K of Crawl Boys all done and dusted for the channel, which is awesome. And so, if you're here joining us, let us know what hobby you're working on, how you've been going. Been a little bit since we did our last hobby hangout, but hopefully get right back into the mood this week. Got a ton of hobby I want to get done this week. So we're just getting some auric flesh. Done our base colors. We're just getting these for the time being. We're just getting our Crawl Boys up to battle standard ready, so we can get them in some games for you all. So we can be playing some games with a fully painted Crawl Boys army as soon as those rules. I mean, some of the rules are out now, and we're going to definitely give them a crack soon. But yeah, so I'm going to get this Crawl Boys force all done and dusted. Got a couple of other little projects I want to work on. So just getting all the skin done on this little pot grot here. Generally need to do the skin in 2 layers. I found auric flesh is a really thin layer. Well, it is a layer paint. It's not a base, so that would explain why I'm thinking it's pretty thin. So it definitely needs a couple of layers, and then just wash this with Biltong Green, and that is it for our skin at the time being. We might go back a little bit later. We might go back after later. Probably won't, but you know, we'll get another army painted up. I could have lots of 5-star armies. I could have a bunch. But I'd rather just get some armies painted up nice and quick so we can get them on the table. So we're just finishing up these Crawl Boys to get another army done. If you're joining us in the chat, say hello, let us know what you're working on. And what hobby you've been getting done lately. Getting a lot of non-Age of Sigmar. I mean, last week I painted up quickly in hope that I'll get some games. Unfortunately, games got cancelled last minute, but I should have them again this week. Some Lord of the Rings or Middle-earth strategy battle games. Should be getting some games in to show that system off on the channel soon. Table flip, hello. Hope you're doing well, mate. How are we tonight? And don't forget, if you are watching, whatever you're doing, whether you're just a little silent lurker in the corner or not, go drop a like on the video for us. Helps everyone come and find the channel and hang out and chat with us all. What are we working on, though, at the moment, Table Flip? Or what have you been working on if you're not working on something right now? Yeah, getting there. Not too shabby. Can't really complain. We had been a bit of a long day today. We had been out most of the day, so it's nice just to sit down and get some painting done. So we're getting there. But yeah, this will be. It's just nice to get a bit of painting done at the end of my day. I say a bit. I'll probably be here for a few hours tonight. But yeah, we just. What'd you do with the Troglodon? What happened with him, mate? He was looking good, by the way. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. That's horrible. Oh no. Dude. That that hurts. It's worse knowing that you made the stuff up. Stuff like that just gets me so bad when I know I've done something and I should have checked and it's probably there. So paranoid about stuff like that though. Although I did that, I remember painting a whole unit of dryads and they were supposed to be base coated in Rhinox hide and then dry brushed with dried bark, and I had the two browns right near each other and I base coated everything in dried bark, which is much brighter brown than Rhinox hide, which is like that almost black brown color. And the whole unit I'd base coated everything and then went to pick up my dried bark and it was the pot I'd already used. Yeah, cool boys. I've just got the 3 little grots left. So the 2 stab grots and the pop grot and the 2 bosses on the Nash tubes, and then it's just basing. So very nearly done. But yeah, so hopefully we can get these guys finished, and then we should be able to get them in some bat reps this week, which will be sweet. Just being able to play some games with them would be really cool. I found a really cool, like, little local Lord of the Rings group that hopefully I can get some games in with. So that's where my mate got me into, and so we're going to get some Lord of the Rings games happening on the channel, which I'm really excited for. One, learning a new game because, you know, variety is the spice of life. I mean, you can't go wrong with red and green, man. Like, red and green is solid if all else fails. If you go on like a really dark red, you could go like a depends what red you've gone. Lord of the Rings is vastly different. It's much more of a you go, I go system, much more skirmish style game system. Can't say I'm too familiar. I haven't played Lord of the Rings in a long, long time, but I came across an army really cheap. My mate's learning Age of Sigmar, but he plays Middle Earth or Lord of the Rings, whatever you want to call it, a lot. And so, sort of periodically returning the favor of him, like learning my game. I want to learn his game so we can both play both games. Yeah, hopefully should get the games in on this coming Friday. Hopefully all things go well, and then yeah, I should start to learn the game a little bit more. As I learn a bit more, I can start teaching my brother, who comes on and plays like most of the Age of Sigmar games for me, and then yeah, we can. Which is cool. Like, you know, more games is always good. As I said, variety is the spice of life. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to Lord of the Rings. I've got some 40k I'm about to paint up as well, so we should have 40k coming on the channel soon, which will be great. We just started organizing our Path to Glory campaign for the channel, which will be fun. Yeah, man. We will definitely have to organize getting a game in sometime, Table Flip. Keen to see the Seraphon back on the channel. Finish up something, man. If you finish something, you'll have that next part to go on to. Believe me, it is the best issue. If you've got something to finish, finish. Always finish, because that'll just spur on the next project that much easier. My next sort of hobby goal is I've got a couple of like half-finished projects that I started that I just want to knock out and finish quickly this week. So I got these Cruel Boys to finish. I'll probably want to try and get my Empress Spears done this week and my Stormcast if I can. Stormcast I'm not as fussed about. I'd really like to have a 40k army done by the end of this week. Would be sweet. Yeah. Nice, man. Yeah, get those Cruel Boys done. Because, yeah, once you finish that, you'll find just you've got that momentum to go into another project and just hit it. Finishing stuff always helps for motivation, I find. Makes you, I've done this thing, now I can do another thing. Makes that hobby block go away. Thunder. Yeah, so we're just starting on these Nash tubes now. Oh yeah, well, that little jump was. The internet says we are all fine. But yeah, so just getting these Nash tubes done, and once these are done, we're pretty solid on where we are. Getting the vast majority of the Cruel Boys done. Just going to get basing. That'll just take time. Going to go for Crackle Earth, I think, on the basing. So we'll paint everything up, and then we'll do like some mottled colors underneath. Nice. Yeah, I'm just looking for something nice and simple. So gonna do my crackle effect. So like you paint like you paint one color, stipple the next colors over, you do a crackle paint over the top, and it'll help like just give like this mottled sort of cracked, multicolored earth color. You would use the same sort of similar effect to get, say, lava bases. I'm just going to do it with Grelin Earth. Do some browns and stuff underneath it. I think a big part of that comes down to acceptance and realizing like where to stop if you want stuff quickly, on a decent standard, and picking simple schemes is another massive one as well. Like, so I'll take these guys. These got massive patches of skin that I'm just doing the same color leather. It'll look good and it'll look fine when it's done, but I could have easily just bogged myself down in painting 3 or 4 different colors of leather to really make the model stand out and look look like a golden demon piece. But I want it painted and I want to be playing games with painted models, so that's a no-go. And also picking colors that can be washed with a singular color is really good as well. So if you can find something that will allow you to paint a singular wash over the same thing, you'll find that it'll save you a lot of time as well. So everything I do here is washed with Agrax. Everything on this model, bar the dog, is Agrax Earthshade washed. And it just means I'm not switching between washes. I don't have to be neat when I wash. And it just all gets it done nice and quick. Gets that whole stage done really, really quick. Away from our microphone so we don't deafen anyone. And now we'll get some lead belcher and start on all the metals on these big boys. And so now we're just getting all these armor plates done. We'll start with like a large layer brush and we'll get all the big bits and pieces done first. Then we'll switch over to a smaller brush to get all the smaller bits done next. Batch training can work. Like, that's another good tip for getting an army done like really, really quickly. Is I like to smash out the troops first. If you can get through that slog nice and quick first, I mean, you've always got the like, oh, I can't wait to work on this awesome character model. So you really just put your foot down and get those troops done first. You'll be in a good place. Get the rest of your force done nice and quickly. Getting troops done also means you get your army on the table quicker because you can play at smaller points values if you've got troops and a couple of characters done. And you can add all your support and buff pieces in later. Will it be the most effective army if you don't have all those pieces that you maybe need as your secondary? No, but it'll get that army on the table nice and quick and nice and painted. So we're just slowly making our way through this model. Getting all these large areas of metal done. But, who's keen for the new 40k orcs? They got revealed, and I must say, were I not trying to save up and just make sure the tournament runs nicely that I'm about to host, I'd certainly be down for those new orcs in 40k. But alas, we're going to wait for Templars because I've got some Marines already. So that'll be our next 40k army. It'll be Templars instead. What are you, Vinian, what are you trying to get painted up nice and quick, if you don't mind me asking? What are you trying to work on? He's got a fair amount of armor on him for a cruel boy. I mean, you would expect it. He is the war boss. Alright, so let's start this all over again on the second one. So no. Yeah, there's lots of little bits and pieces on those Stormcast Sacrosancts. We'll say I painted up the original, like the starter box, the old Star Wars box set. I painted up that half of Stormcast in 12 hours, start to finish. It's just about planning your scheme as well will help. Like planning what you're going to do before you start doing it. Just looking at every little bit of the model, going, I'm going to do this. There will make so much difference for you in how you go about painting because. Two six. I forgot to put it. Oopsie, I forgot to add links to something. Oops. Man, oh man, I forgot to put this in the turn. When you forget to add something to one of your videos descriptions that you know you've so let's just go add this into a ton of videos. Sorry about this enthralling content here at the moment. Just gotta fix something. That's a oopsie doozy when you forget to put a sponsors link in the description. Yeah, that's fair. That's completely. But yeah, you just got to make those decisions when you start painting, and you'll find life a lot easier. But definitely when batch painting and stuff like that, you need to know what you're trying to achieve with it, like what standard you're going for. If you're not willing to accept less than that fantastic standard, then you're gonna struggle to find the speed to paint. And maybe your way to get more painting done is to set aside more time. Strategize as well you're painting. I try every time I paint to finish a section at least a night if I go for a paint session. So I'll be like, cool, I'm going to put the skin base coat down on everything I need to in this army and have that done, or at least on this batch of models for the army. I'm going to do this one stage. I find that can make be a really big help of just having a goal every night of doing something. Alrighty, well that's the metal done then. Got all these random heads around the place. Oh no, it's not all the metal done. There is another shoulder, another arm. You know, this creature has 2 arms, so I missed one of those arms metal plates entirely. And so now we just got all these fleshy bits to paint up. Alrighty, and so yeah, just all of these hair. So there's a bunch of like heads and hands. There's a skull, which are going to do a different color. Hanging about everywhere. So, if you're still joining us, let us know what hobby you've been working on. What you're going to be working on. What projects are people looking to get done next after they've finished what they're currently doing? Saying before, I'm looking to just finish off a couple of half-finished projects. I've got some Empress Spears that are partway done. I just want to get that little project done so I can move on to some other Marines and some other 40k and just get a bit of 40k done for the channel. So we're just at the moment finishing off these last few crew boys. Start working on the bases next. Once I've got these washers applied to these and them. So I've just got all my layers to do on this. Get the wash on. Chocolate on 2.0. Yeah, that sucks, man. Dude, I feel so terrible for you. Oh, nice. So you've sort of figured out what you want to do on that Bastillodon then. Well, that's a win regardless, man, if you've sort of figured out something you like in the look of. Morning, Soren, and morning, Vinny. Hope you're both doing fantastic. Good to see you both. I am doing great, Vinny. We're almost finished the Cruel Boys, so that means we should have some Cruel Boys battle reports for both Warcry and Age of Sigmar coming up in the next week, which will be sweet. So we'll probably get the Cruel Boys to do the rounds on like all the other armies we've got on the channel. So we'll show them off against everything we've got. But yeah, thank you for coming and joining us. How's the hobby been for you both? Well, that's good to hear, man. Take as much break you need from the hobby, but I'm glad you can get out here and chat, man. It's always good to see you. I know you're doing at least well enough that you can come on and jump and chat with us. So now we're just going to go around with the metal and do all the little bits and pieces of metal that we've got to do. Just like all the little chain pieces that hold everything together and all that sort of stuff. We're going to go around and put some metal on. And then we're just going to do strapping and we're done with what needs to be done. Thanks, man. I'm glad I can make your day a little bit better. So on to the second one. Dan, hello, mate. Nice to see you there. Hope you're doing well, buddy. And now it's time to do all the twining. So what are we up to today, Dan? What hobby have you been working on? Oh, nice. Just working on those Stormcasts. Sweet. So nice patch of Thundy Brown we're going to have to fix. Ha! Yeah, funny with that. Nah. I have way too much to paint of my own to be painting other stuff. It is a never-ending pile of painting for me. If you ever see this room, you see how much this paint I own. There's about 3,000 points of Lumineth down there, and some Skaven. Painting never ends for me. Probably never will. Yeah, so close to being done with these crew boys. Or at least the models, and then I'm just going to do the basing, and then we'll be done. But we're getting there. So close now. Yeah, until the new releases. I mean, but I don't have to paint them if I buy them. We'll have 2,000. The idea is I want 2,000 points so I can start playing with straight away, and I can always go buy and paint other stuff as need be. I'm going to do the crackle paint on them. I want to do like a dead sort of earth around them. So going to do like brown, do like a Thondia brown, and then stipple different browns and of different shades all over them, and then do the crackle paint on top, and probably do some dead grass on the bases, and that'll be my basing. Nothing too flashy, but something that'll look nice at least. No worries, Table Flip. Have a good night, mate. Nice, Grimdark. Cruel Boys would do so well in Grimdark schemes. Oh, nice. Yeah. I think I saw them in the Discord, man, if that's where you put them. Yeah, they looked really nice, man. Not Bob. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so base coat's done on them, so we can probably just stop over and do our green wash on the grots over here on their skin. So for that we use Built Iron Green. That is fair, man. As well as you can in Melbourne. I mean, you could be Sydney. You could be Sydney. At least your premier isn't a mall. Is better. We'll go with that. We won't get into anything more than that. But yeah, you could be worse. You could be Sydney. Think of that as your positive for the day. You could be Sydney. There's something. Could always be worse. That is the key thing to live by. It could always be worse. But I hope you're staying safe and doing well over in Melbourne, mate. From what I've heard, it's not going particularly great over there for you. So. Well, that is the grots done. Let's get this dude and this dude to do. They've got some magical stuff, so I'm going to do a little bit of purple on our models. Just to do these magical liquids in a cool looking colour, so we'll just do a purple. All the magic stuff. What are we up to? What hobby we've been working on, mate? Can do all of these dripping poison bits as well. That one. Why not check out some of the other temples? Maybe look at them for colours. For I will be back in a minute or a couple. Sorry, just need to go for a quick toilet break. Alrighty, we are back. Sorry about that, everyone. And so we've got the vast majority of that done. Got our Marines back there. That'll be the next project we get working on after these. Just finishing up that little project there. We'll do that. And everything's all nice and dry here. So trying to see any models that have anything on their bases that I would need to paint. So he does. Check all of these. They do. Now we're just gonna get these models with stuff on their base. Johan, hello mates. Dmeep. Hello, everyone that's joining us. Sorry, it was just sorting through the models while everyone was talking there. So we need we're going to get some Mac Standard. Oops. So just a bit of stonework. So yeah, we're just picking out all these little bits of stone that some of these guys have on their bases with some Mechanica Standard before we get basing the models proper. Slowly but surely we'll get through all of these bits and pieces and just get them all nice and ready for proper basing. So we'll do all the grey stone. These guys here have a little bit more to them. We've got like some bits of like, I guess, grass, which we're going to paint up in a very dead grass sort of scheme. They've actually got skulls on the bottom of the. Don't forget, guys, if you're here joining us, chatting, hobbying, and hanging out along with us, don't forget to drop a like on the channel. And also, if you are a YouTube member, you've got free little emotes. If you'd like to get some emotes you can use in chat, you can just become a YouTube member and you'll get them. I'm looking forward. I've got a Marathi up there. I've got to paint at some point. I'm quite looking forward to getting onto my Daughters and Cane in general. They're just unfortunately not a hot property. Just not an important sort of thing at the moment. There will definitely be one we get working on, hopefully before the end of the year. And if you're joining us, say hello. Let us know what you're hobbying on. Love to hear from everyone. But yeah, so we're just finishing up these Cruel Boys. We're starting to drop some of the base colors now. So we're just getting all the stonework done on the base. We'll get a green or wash brown. Then we'll do some base colors and some crackle paint on them. I'm going to put the dead Stormcast on these. I'm definitely just going to paint in the blue of like my actual Storm Chamber. Paint them up as if they were my Stormcast. But yeah, looking forward to painting up those Marines. I've got a Dreadnought to go with them as well. Be one of the few armies to start learning to play 40k with. Them, some Eldar, Necrons, my Indominus box set of Marines I'm going to paint up like Black Templars, because the Black Templar Codex is coming out very soon, so get them built and painted up. Yeah, Indominus will be sweet as some Black Templars. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, it includes no librarians, but it's always cool. So I'll have like these two Marine forces to start off with. I'll probably, if I get more Marines, I'll probably get a Blood Angels force of Marines as well. They might, or Blood Drinkers rather, but still play Blood Angels. That'll probably be my third Marine force. I know I like Marines. I like painting different colored Marines. So you can expect to see a few. I'm not one for having one Marine army that I use to represent everything. I'm way too narrative inclined to do that. If I want a different Marine army, I will paint up a new Marine army if I want to run something different. Yeah, I'm just really excited for the Black Templars Codex supplement. I can't wait to see what that involves. I mean, I have very little knowledge with 40k, so but really excited for it. So it's just a couple of skulls on these unit champ bases, so we're just picking them out. Deathwood Forest is what we want. So we've got Deathwood Forest as well. It's like a really browny sort of green. We're going to use this to paint all these little bits of grass. I sure will, man. I'm the sort of person that I will just need to play games to get my head around a new rule system. There's no better way for me to learn than just doing it. So. Oops, as I throw my model down. Didn't want that model anyway. Yeah, so I've got a few 40k armies. So I've got my Emperor's Spears that I'm doing. I've got Craftworld Eldar. I've got the start of some Harlequins. I've got Necrons from Indominus, obviously, and then I'm going to do the Space Marine half of Indominus up as Black Templars. Hedonites to Slash. What sort of advice do you want on them? Shinra, sure am. What is the time? No, it's only 10:45. Not too late. Let's get some hobby done. Almost finished the Cruel Boys so we can have some games with them this week. This will keep me awake though. Tonight's episode of Hobby Hangout brought to you by Mother Energy Drink keeps me awake. Yep, to me, I was literally about to suggest that. I honestly do not have much experience. I've heard people talking bad about Slaanesh. I've only played one game against them. Ever since the new book came out, I've played one game against Slaanesh. So my advice on Slaanesh is, from what I saw now, and we played before the FAQ as well. So when Painbringers were rerolling saves, they were amazing, but now they're not. They get +1. I don't know. I honestly would go check out AOS Coach. Check when that show is going to be on with the dude who has done really well at a tournament with him out of nowhere. So yeah, that would be my big advice: is make sure you watch that show, because I'm going to be watching because I want to learn a bit as well from this dude. Oh, has he already done it? Cool. I couldn't remember if Magro had already done it or not. There should be some more Warcry because, we'll have the Cruel Boys done so we can get some more Warcry games. So we should be able to show off the Cruel Boys and hopefully the new Stormcast in some Warcry games for everyone to see. Those brand new rules came out for them, so that'll be fun. So yeah, if you've been enjoying Warcry, we should have some more stuff coming on the channel this week for you. Yeah, so more and more stuff done. Get some 40k armies painted up, so we'll have some 40k games on the channel soon. Lord of the Rings, hopefully we should be recording on Friday. We've got a mate coming around to record some Lord of the Rings games, which would be sweet. Fingers crossed he doesn't get called into work again this week. We're supposed to have him last week, but hopefully. Yeah, don't forget, if you're watching as well, please don't forget to drop a like on the video. Helps more people find the channel. And come join us for all these hobby hangouts. Alright, so I'm going to wash all this rock and grass underneath as well. We've got some agrax out. Alrighty. Alrighty. Well, internet